I think you are muted, Javiera. Sorry.
Hello everyone, welcome to this EVcharge Day organized by Mobility Portal Europe. Hello Juanma,
Hi.
how are you?
Fine. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Okay, this webinar is aimed to all stakeholders in the e-mobility sector, but especially at CPOs, as we'll be exploring how to optimize the management of charging points. But I won't get ahead of myself to find out what this is all about. Let me welcome Juanma Perez, Sales Manager at EVcharge. Juanma is going to talk about more about the company and the objectives of the company, what they do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Juanma, since when have you been working at EVcharge and what is your current role within the company?
Yeah. So I have been working in the EV Charge Technic since 2018. I've been here for 6, 7 years right now. And now I'm at the position of having to take EV Charge as a software platform outside of Spain and travel around the world and implementing our solutions in all around the world in every country.
And what can you tell us about the history of EVcharge? What is its mission?
Yeah, so EV Charge starts in 2015. This is our 10th year anniversary, and it starts with eTechnic. So eTechnic is a turnkey solution towards e-mobility projects in Spain, the third largest CPO in Spain. And one in 2015, when we installed the first charger in Cambrils, actually where I live, we realized straight away that we needed something to manage this. We needed something to allow users to use the charger. We needed something for users to contact us. We needed tools for our client, who was the town hall, to be able to see how the charger is working and everything. So yeah, from there, 2015 with the first chargers, when we realized, right, we need a software solution to manage all of these different things that are happening right now.
And what strategic objectives is the company currently pursuing?
So right now, I would say like the mission from EV Charge is, as you can see in our logo, is move your energy. So we want to make we understand energy how we understand data right now, where you can buy 10 gigabytes of data, send it there. You can share data between different people and everything. So this would be our mission with EV Charge. And right now, we've got two objectives. One is um, to consolidate ourselves in Spain as like a number one solution for CPOs. And the other one is to translate this as well to other parts of the world. As I mentioned, we are right now in 15 countries around the world. And we want to expand our solution and offer the solution to other CPOs, other EMSAPs, that they need a tool to manage every day-to-day task on an EV charging infrastructure.
And regarding this topic, what role does digitalization, for example, software analytic apps, play in improving the service for CPOs?
Well, I mean, digitalization is everything right now, and to go ahead and do analytics, more AI, IA, sorry, this is a core solution for us. Um, you need digitalization to improve and keep improving and make everything more fluent and more effective. So, for example, being able to have a maintenance tool for our maintenance team to make contracts, make the checklist, upload it, being able to send it directly to our clients. All of these different tools that we are digitalizing helps us be more fluent, more effective, and be more reliable to our clients at the end.
And what solutions does EVcharge offer for CPOs, if you can summarize?
Yeah. I don't know if can I share my screen and I can put that on
Yeah, sure, of course.
or the presentation that we had ready. I don't know if you can upload it.
No, you can. You should do it.
Oh, there it is.
That's
Yep,
great.
perfect. So as I mentioned before, EV Charge is a complete solution for towards the EV charging infrastructure. So we understand this with basically three roles. As you can see here, the EMSAP side, the CPO side, and the hardware side, right? And the fourth one that you see here is like just the software as a service. So it's like all the general services that we can give as a software as a service. But basically, we can give a different solution towards every aspect of the EV charging infrastructure. So, for example, on the EMSAP side, we can do RFID cards. We are integrated with several OCPI platforms. We have marketing tools. We have a marketplace. We have roaming features. We can do a white label solution as well for other EMSAPs. So all of these are the different features that you can achieve with EV Charge and the EMSAP side, for example.
What else you can tell us about the solution for EMPS?
Yeah. So rather than the EMSAP side, as you can see here, we have different tools towards hardware and different tools towards or features towards CPOs, the charging point operators. Um, for example, on the hardware side, you can see on the top we have three main products. We have a POS system that we have developed ourselves, and we can deliver it as a white label solutions to our partners as well. Uh, at the end, we know there's different regulations right now. We've got a FIA in Europe, and this is going to keep on going, for example. So with the FIA, every charger more than 50 kilowatts, we're going to need a terminal payment solution. So what is going to happen with all of these installations with 2, 3, 4, 5 ultra fast charging points or fast charger points that you're going to need to implement a debit card solution? Well, we developed our POS system, for example, where you can connect as many chargers as you want from any manufacturer, DC, AC, whatever you want in one location, and you can centralize everything in one location with our POS system. We have, for example, a security alarm system with everything that is going on. Well, with all the that we've had cases all around Europe that I've seen and all around the world, I would say, where people or really bad people have been cutting off the DC cables from DC chargers. We have developed a security alarm system with cameras and everything to control everything and to alert the police and everything. And we have a line protection system as well that allows you to manage the energy in one location from a neutral hardware point of view, and with other installations that may occur in there, solar panels, battery systems, everything that is managing energy, we can control it with our hardware solution. And at the end as well, like CPO side, we've got smart pricing that my colleague Jorens is going to be talking about, which is a dynamic pricing that involves battery systems, solar panels, and everything. We have direct payments, tariff management, payment terminals, as I mentioned, super domains, station management. You can locate different locations and integrate as many chargers as you want. And all of these are different tools that we are aiming and separating in order to give every partner whatever they need. And as I mentioned before as well, this is a continuously ongoing with a roadmap that is going to just get better and better, more solid and more features in the future.
And Juanma, what strategies allow for scaling a charging network without compromising operational and economic efficiency?
Yeah, so I would say scalability is a main resource. I mean, scalability means for us basically, it means that you have to give a solution that has to allow our partners to make revenue and scale it up, and you need to adapt to the needs from each partner. So, for example, we're going to talk about later on with success cases that we have done in Cabo Verde, but at the end we need to adapt to our partners in every country because they have different needs. We need to integrate with different gateways. We need to integrate with the government because they need to report the charges to the government's webpage, all of these different things. So you need to give a solution that scales for us and it scales for our partner. And it's a 1 + 1 = 3 solution where we are going to be there to help them scale and help them adapt to their market and their needs.
Okay, and Juanma, the last question for now. What technological innovations do you consider key to the immediate future for the sector?
Yeah, so I would say I've got a word in my mind where everywhere I go, like on travels and all of the fair market fairs that we go and everything. I would say that one of the biggest words that I'm using for EV users, or for users to adapt to EV users, is that we need to give convenient solutions. And I think we talked about convenient solutions in the last webinar that we had. And a convenient solution does not apply to one only solution. It's given different convenient solutions to where the charger is. Sometimes you're going to need a POS system. Sometimes you're going to need an RFID system. What we need is people to be able to be secure, to use the chargers in a simple way, make the transaction, and have no problems whatsoever in the EV in their EV session. So, for
Okay.
example, as a like answering, for example, smart pricing, as I mentioned before, POS systems, artificial intelligence solutions, in order to have a really high ratio of uptime timings on our chargers. All of these different patterns and solutions are different things that we are. Well, some of them, a lot of them, are already implemented, and future things that we have in our roadmap.
Thank you, Juanma, for your explanation. We'll continue
Thank you.
discussing this topic a bit later. And we are going to talk about a success story about EVcharge, about Cabo Verde.
Yep.
So for all the CPOs who are watching this video, you can miss it. Now, I'd like to welcome Laurence Porker, Sales Account Manager at EVcharge and responsible for France and Europe. Hello, Laurence. How are you? Your microphone, Laurence, is.
Sorry. Hello, I'm good.
Yeah,
How
that's
about you?
great. Very well, thank you. Loren, I'd like to us to have a conversation because from the 7th to the 9th of May, EVcharge will be present at Power to Drive in Germany, where it will showcase its solution for charge point operators and EMSPs. One of the highlights will be the presentation of the Smart Pricing module, a new feature that enables dynamic pricing based on artificial intelligence. What's particularly interesting is that this innovation has been selected as a finalist for the Smarter E Award 2025 in the eMobility category. So congratulations to the EVcharge team. Laurence, what can you tell us about the smart pricing? What does this solution consist of? And what features led it to become a finalist for this award?
Yes, so smart pricing was really born from the need to trace energy origin as well as attracting the most amount of drivers possible to our site. Is it possible to present the?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So basically, as I was saying, smart pricing was born from this need to attract drivers and to trace energy origin and to be able to give a dynamic price that can reflect the best competitive price that we can offer at any moment. So we have this pricing challenge, which is as I said, how can we offer the most competitive price at any given moment and influence drivers' habits, because it's been observed that electric vehicle drivers behave very much like gas car drivers. You know, when gas car drivers are traveling or live in an area, they always look for that one gas station that offers the lowest possible price. So EV charging drivers do exactly the same, but instead of with the gas stations, they do it with the charging sites. So we have this need to influence their behavior and attract them and really create this bond between between the driver and the charging station, and really bring them to charge in our station, so that we can maximize the income and the return on investment and really give the best, as I said, the best competitive price to the drivers. So as I mentioned earlier, I touched a little bit on that. We have the need to trace the energy origin right now with all of these, renewable energy revolution. We have energy that is coming from the grid, energy that is coming from solar panels, energy that is coming from the battery, and at the same time, the energy from the battery might have come from, solar panels or from the grid. So it is all a chaos, and that's where smart pricing really comes in. So smart pricing, really put it simply, is a model that uses several AI algorithms to really trace the real energy cost from all, to really know, as I said, where is it coming from. Also try and have we compute into this the battery state of charge and where the energy from the battery has really come. So if it's, a beautiful sunny day as it is here in Spain, well, the solar panels might be producing a lot, but at that moment we might not have any customers, so the battery is charging, and then at night those customers come and they charge from the battery. Well, that energy that they are going to be receiving is energy that has really been created by those solar panels. So combining that with the real energy cost and the demand forecast, we can have a dynamic offer, and drivers can go into their app and say, oh, look, this charging station is offering a really good price, and then that one is stuck at the same price always. So the drivers might start developing this behavior pattern where they tend to charge in our station because they always know that we are offering the best possible price, right? So yeah, this is very much what we do. Then we have here we have a little bit of benchmarking. This is Endesa, which if some of you some of you spend a little time in Spain, you might know them. They are a big company here, and they have their own charging network. And well, they basically, charging is like a side hustle for them, if you know what I mean. They basically do a lot of stuff with energy, energy home supplying of energy, etc. So you can contract them, you can contract a plan for energy for your house. And as well as that, if you have the plan with them, you have the option to have a sort of EV charging plan with them as well, where you have a set price beforehand, So this is really different from what we do. We have Repsol as well, which they do something similar. They have their wallet tool, which allows you to pre-charge an amount of money and then go spend it in their charging station. And then you can also have a sort of a charging plan, like a cell phone plan, where you use the set amount of data, and if you use this much, you will pay this much, and if you use this much, you'll pay X extra amount. So Repsol does the same, but it's all, the idea that I want to transmit is that it's all pre-contracted. It's not like us. What we are proposing from EVcharge is this option to give a dynamic price and basically give charging as cheap and as competitive as we can. And that's what it will really difference you from, it will really make you stand out from your competition. All right, so some other benefits that we touch on at EVcharge is interoperability, which is basically the option that once chargers appear in other networks, which basically gives your network a lot more visibility. If it's in other, maybe you are a CPO in Italy or in Romania, and you have, or in Croatia, and you have tourists from Germany or Denmark, they might have their own app that they are using daily in their countries. And if they come to your country, perhaps if you don't have interoperability, they will not be able to see your chargers. But if the app that they are using, the EMSP CPO that is giving them the service of the app, has the interoperability with these networks in Croatia, for example, I'm inventing, well, they will see your chargers and they will be able to come and they will be more prone to charging your station as opposed as if they had to download a specific app for that moment. And it also it basically simplifies the user experience and gives you greater visibility. All right, so here we have a little bit of a presentation of what the market is going through right now in terms of the e-mobility market. As we can see, last year we had a little bit of a flat spot, as we can see in the graphic on our right hand side. So it kind of slowed down a little bit, but we can see that it continued growing steady. And if we look at our left, we can really see that investment by companies in the EV charge, in the in the electric vehicle and electric mobility sector didn't stop. So we are not as we saw a little bit of a slowdown, but we are not as pessimistic as some people were about the market. This is a little bit of a business case that we have built here. We have constructed it a little bit to illustrate where the main costs come when it comes to energy and when it comes to the operation of the charging stations. So we can basically see in gray that this is the investment on the chargers and the installation. So this is the investment that we do beforehand. Then we have in yellow, the energy term, the fixed cost for the energy. And then we have in green, the energy supply cost. As well as that, we have in light blue, we have maintenance, and in marine, in darker blue, we have the cost of software. So basically, what I want to illustrate here is that the cost for software and maintenance, so the cost of us EVcharge is really minimal compared to the other costs that operating a charging station has, and the return that you get from having EVcharge as a partner is very big. So many times people think, oh, having a solution might be expensive for me, or might be I find it with clients all the time. They see a number and they say, you guys are expensive. But then when you present the business case and they see this, they say, okay, yeah, that it is not that big. It is not as big a cost compared to all the other costs that we will have. So it's really the only thing that I really wanted to illustrate here. So yeah, basically the basic needs for e-mobility are maximizing the uptime, maximizing revenue, minimizing operating costs, and overall giving a good experience to the user. At the end, it is when you are selling to users, you want them to be happy and to come back as many times as they can to your station. And you also want to keep up with the highest technological level, which is something that at EVcharge we really enable our partners to do. So summing it up, smart pricing is this tool that allows you to track energy cost and track where it's coming from and really give a dynamic price so that you increase your charging sessions. It manages, as we said, it manages the opportunity cost of losing clients because we are not offering the best possible price that we can offer at any given moment. And as well as that, it increases the return on investment. It increases the speed, really, of the return on investment of our station. Then it adapts customer habits because they are always saying, oh, look, this guy always has the best bargain, so let's go charge to him. And it really then becomes an unconscious process. I see it all the time with friends that have gas vehicles. They always go charge at the same station and they don't know why. It's just because at some point they form that habit. So that's something that smart pricing really allows you to do. Then we have it makes the difference with your competitors via technology, gives you a really big advantage, and then it helps you look for international partnerships and investors. So yeah, these are some of our stats, a little bit of our stats. We have 1 million users, and then really the most interesting stat would probably be the fact that we've reduced 50,000 metric tons of CO2. So yeah, that's a little bit of our stats for just as a curiosity, and yeah, thank you very much for the time, and I'll give the floor to my colleagues.
Thank you, Lorenz, for your presentation. It was really clear, and we invite all interested companies to visit the EVcharge standard Power to Drive to learn more about this solution, and we'll see you there.
Thank you.
And for those watching the webinar, I invite you to follow Mobility Portal Europe and EVcharge on LinkedIn. And I also like to ask you to give the video a like and subscribe to our channel. Now we return to our conversation with Juanma. Juanma, let's talk about one of EVcharge's success story, because the company developed platform services and applications for managing the infrastructure of electric vehicle chargers in Cabo Verde.
Yep.
Juanma, why was EVcharge chosen to take part in this project? What did your work consist of? What can you tell us about?
Yeah, so this project it comes from because from the eTechnic point of view, we give this total like like the turnkey solution, and the turnkey solution starting from consultancy and engineering. We have a lot of experience in tenders, in consultancies, and there was the chance came up with a local partner that is working in Cape Verde. That's the company owners come from Spain. And the government came out with a solution with a tender that was the chance to electrify all of the islands, all of the little islands in Cape Verde, basically. I have a little presentation. I mean, it's only one slide, but just to see like the numbers and everything. I don't know. Do you need to allow me?
Yeah, give me a second.
All right. Perfect. There it is. Perfect. So, as I mentioned before, right now it's an ongoing process. Everything has their challenges. Islands are like the perfect place to electrify, because all of everything is very local, everything is very centralized. The distances between everywhere is they're there, and you know what you're gonna go against. So as we can see, like in the Canary Islands and the Balearic Islands, we are speaking and we are looking in Hawaii right now as well, Cape Verde. All of the islands are perfect solutions or perfect places to adopt really early green energies and EV cars, electric vehicle cars, electrical vehicle transports, basically. The solution was to implement right now 100 chargers. We have a little bit more. We can see here we've got 104 charging points right now, all located between all of the different islands, and it is aimed towards obviously the people that live in Cape Verde, but as well as a solution towards all of the hundreds of and thousands of people that visit Cape Verde every year. There is a very, very heavy impact on car sharing deals, rent cars deals, and they're all moving towards the EV sector. And having this basic public network of EV chargers and the solution was the first step to allow all of this. They are right now up and running since last year, and the project was to implement the charging stations from Spain, checked everything was all right, commission them and send them to there, and then the next part was to give them a software solution in order to operate all of this network. A software solution for the EV users and a software solution for the CPO, the charge point operator at the end, right? As a white label software solution. As I mentioned before as well, we adapt to every country, and it's probably when you're talking in Europe, it's easy in a way to adapt to France because they are our neighbors, or Portugal or Germany, because we've got we know all of these things every day to day. But adapt to Cape Verde is probably someone or a lot of people here right now didn't even think about, So what is adapting in Cape Verde? Was adapting to Cape Verde is, for example, integrating with their own gateway system, with their own bank account, with their own bank system, sorry. All of these different things is what we understand as adapting to our partner, right? And this would be, for example, the use case of Cabo Verde, what we've been mentioning before.
Okay, Juanma, thank you for your explanation. Without a doubt, it's a success story worth mentioning. And I think the information about this project is available on the website, in your website, right?
Yes. So in our website, you'll be able to see, well, we basically try and do a use case of every big projects or important projects that we do. So you'll be able to see, right, maybe you'll see a use case from one charger in one location, you know, but then you can see all these different complex use cases like Cabo Verde and several that we have as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Juanma. And now I'd like to welcome Philip Bojada, founder of Properphi, a company that works with EVcharge. Hello, Philip, how are you?
I'm fine. Hello. And you?
Very well, thank you. Okay, Philip, thank you for joining us. And Philip will tell us about the company's project in France. But first, I want to know how did Properphi come into being and what the specific need in the energy market are you aiming to address with your proposal?
Okay, so thank you. Properphi was born from a very simple observation. First of all, Properphi is for proper in English and phi for the cost phi for the energy. So the simple observation was that the energy transition requires concrete and modular and economically viable solution for businesses. So we identify a clear need for our customer is to helping them to equipping with the charging station and in the same time reduce their dependence to the traditional power grid to maximizing the value of their energy investments. So our approach is to create a virtuous cycle around solar self-consumption, electric mobility for sure, and energy supervision. So above all, we help our clients tackle these changes by anticipating future needs through flexibility and pre-equipment strategies. And we make this complex subject for them because it's not their business, as simple as possible.
Okay, and Philip, you talk about turning regulatory obligations into opportunities. Could you share an example where you have successfully achieved this?
Yes, a concrete example is assisting and complying with the regulation requiring parking to be equipped with EV charge station. So not only did we install the necessary infrastructure by allowing it to manage access to it with regards to employees and external persons, but we also optimize the solution with integrating solar carports, allowing the clients to achieve immediate energy saving, improve their CSR, I don't know in English, image, and comply the regulation in a profitably way. So we manage project with to make ecology a profitable venture for our clients.
Philip, regarding technological solutions and eMobility, how do you integrate electric mobility within your broader solutions, and what role this is currently playing in your strategy?
At Properphi, electric mobility is a core pillar. We do not just install a charging station. we integrate them into a broader vision for self-consumption and smart energy management. So mobility becomes a lever for energy optimization for our clients. So by OCCP and further things, the value of a charging station through V2X technology, for example, in the future. So we guess it's it's going to be the future for everything in energy management.
And Philip, what recent technology or innovation would you highlight in your charging or energy integration projects?
As I mentioned, we emphasize V2X and smart energy data at aggregation with artificial intelligence. This enables us to anticipate consumption peaks, control charging base, and solar production, store the surplus solar energy, and improve energy management. So it provides a service to the power grid as well.
Okay, and how do you ensure the interoperability and scalability of the charging infrastructures you deploy?
Through an open modular approach, we use OCPP certified station and platform like EVcharge to ensure compatibility, with various equipment. So our infrastructure is scalable and to accommodate to growing numbers of EV and involving needs without requiring major redesigns. So in the end, the best guarantee lies in smart infrastructure design, equipment choices, and supervision as well.
And on renewable energy and smart integration, how do you manage the combination of solar self-consumption, storage, and charging points in a single environment?
We work on several fronts. Hardware or design approach pulls construction works and anticipates future needs through pre-equipment. We are currently developing two patented solutions that enable charging infrastructure and solar carports with to involve without civil engineering. So working on flexibility is, for us, it's the real key for the future. And for the software, we combine solar supervision and energy management, as I mentioned. And also we have a good EV solution supervision with EVcharge to manage everything. So the objective for us is to maximize the local self-consumption, to avoid unnecessary power demand, and provide dynamic control on all the energy flows.
And regarding your experience with EVcharge, what factors led you to choose the company as the management platform for your charging points?
We choose EVcharge for the flexibility. Flexibility is the real key for us. It's the compatibility with multiple charging manufacturers, and it's a kind of very user-friendly interface which makes it easy for us and for our clients. So EVcharge offer clients has a wide range of capabilities, along with great simplicity and reliability. So it's also provide and optimize interface for operators and technician maintenance management for maintenance. So the tool is extremely comprehensive. It's a good tool. Yeah.
And regarding the EVcharge tools, which of these have proven most useful for efficiently deploying your projects?
You told about. Can you repeat? Sorry, the question. Yeah.
Yeah, the functionalities that EVcharge provides you, which of these are the most useful for efficiently deploying your projects?
A lot. Beyond the simplicity, the ability for each clients to have their own domains, their own billing space, and in the future autonomy. The single feature is crucial for us. So in a complex, for us, in a complex environment with a lot of data and interfaces, simplicity is very strategic. So the key is really to, in this context, to build something with this kind of foundation, simplicity and autonomy for everybody. So that's my answer for this question, I guess.
Yeah, I see. And Philip, what benefits have you experienced since using EVcharge in terms of efficiency, customer satisfaction, or return on investments?
Key benefits include real-time supervision, automatic billing of the energies, dynamic load balancing, dynamic management, and the ability to integrate charging into a multi-energy environment. So, as we mentioned earlier, creating a simple interface for our clients in a complex environment, it's a guarantee for efficiency and satisfaction. So our biggest win is when a client tells us that EV charging is finally feel very simple.
Okay, and the last question, and you are free. What new business line or next steps do you have planned in the field of electric mobility and energy management?
The future plan for us is to finally sell our hardware solution in the same time of developing the supervision for our customer. Our clients are big, some kind of big companies with a lot of areas. So we expect to have a very simple solution in hardware and also like we get it with EVcharge in software.
Okay, thank you, Philip, for giving us an overview of what are you doing with EVcharge and without EVcharge. Now, to close this webinar, I would like to invite Lorenz and Juanma. Are you there? Okay, and for those watching the webinar, I invite you to follow EVcharge on LinkedIn, as I mentioned, and I also like to ask you to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Now I will give to Juanma, if you want to close this webinar, and Lorenz, you can do it now.
Perfect. Yeah, I would just thank you very much, Philip. for participating in this and for all the kind words. And then just to mention that we are going to be in Power to Drive next week. We have a booth there, we have a stand. So please go ahead and come and visit us. We will have hardware that we mentioned before, all of our features, and especially just to come and speak to us and ask us like concerns that you may have, thoughts about e-mobility. We always listen, and we always like to have a vision of how everything, as I mentioned before, convenience is a great word that I'm using, and convenience is different for different users and different situations. So I'm always open to listen and see how we can make e-mobility more accessible and more easy for everyone.
Now, Lorenz, if you want to close your presentation.
Yeah, well, as Juanma said, we'll be at Power to Drive. Just come and drop by our stand, and we'll be more than happy to listen to you and chat with you. And yeah, basically, and regarding if you want to know anything more regarding smart pricing, we'll be presenting it there. I will be glad myself to explain it, as well as Juanma. And yeah, just we look forward to seeing you. And thank you, Philip, as well for being here today. And yeah, thank you all.
Okay, thank you, Philip, Juanma, and Lorenz. We now conclude this EVcharge day, but it doesn't end here. Stay tuned, as we at Mobility Portal Europe will be writing articles about this EVcharge day. Additionally, for those watching, you can watch this event as many times as you like. Once again, thank you for joining us for this EVcharge day, and we'll see you at the next company day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Juanma, Lorenz, and Philip. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Javiera. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye.